Hello and welcome. I'm your host Gadd, and today I'm joined with Charlie as my co-host today's video. Say hi, Charlie. Since we are entering into the end game in Diablo Immortal, let's talk about that tough pill to swallow: charms. We'll be diving into how to mid-max bonus skill damage on charms and what skills to even go for, how to obtain charms daily, salvaging, upgrading, extracting, and imbuing. Alright, I had one charm I focused for just the skills I used mainly in different builds. Upgrading and imbuing that one charm, hoping to the RNG gods that would be on my side to get that sweet 6 to 10% skill. I got lucky with a few charms for other classes, but never happened. No more being tied to skills because of that one charm. I want to get the full potential out of my builds. Every different PvE or PvP build, there are a few skills that may be the same, depending on the class of course. Going over to the training area, putting up a PvP or PvP build in the armory, you start using your normal rotation on the training dummy. After a while, take note the skills on the DPS mirror. Those are the skills that should be built into the charm for bonus skill damage. Primary attacks, AoE damage skills, channeling skills, summon skills, etc. depending on the build. How to get charms. Getting charms daily are simple. There are level 1 charms that can be bought at the Hilts Trader in Westmart, 3 per week for 100 hilts, and a chance in the limit time tab when the inventory refreshes at 12 PM and 8 PM server time from battle pass rewards and the second reward chest in the codex. Skill stones are a type of charm that can be purchased at the auction house. Salvaging. Head over to the Charm Craftsman, Voss, south of Westmarch. Now that we know what skill bonuses to look for in charms, time to pick and choose which ones to keep and which ones to turn into dust. Looking at the first skills only for each charm, all skills not for your class, utility skills, or skills that aren't useful for the builds will be salvaged and turned into dust. It's better to guarantee a skill that is needed than to waste dust upgrading the charm for a chance to get that skill. Upgrade. The next part may take some time to do, so I recommend saving your dust till you have a good amount to level up to 2 to 3 charms to level 5. That's 80 dust per charm. Skills and percent skill bonuses you unlock while leveling are all RNG. The goals in upgrading charms are to make another main charm while upgrading the current charm. Depending on the class and builds, having 2 to 3 charms will help mid-max all present and future builds. Pay attention to the skill bonus damage percentages. Depending on the percentage and skill, build around that charm and or hold it for later if it's useful. For those epic gamers that like the class change, you might roll a skill with a high bonus percent, so those can be thrown into storage for safekeeping. Unfortunately, I could never change classes and leave Charlie unattended. In time, I recommend rolling for the 2 primary attacks and top 4 to 5 skills from your PvE and PvP builds. Start small. With little time and a little luck, this will make imbuing less daunting. Extracting. Extract is how to turn level 5 charms into skill stones. Skill stones can then be imbued into charms or sold at the auction house. Do not extract high percent charms that have a skill you need for a build. If you roll a 6% or higher, it's best to build around that charm than to take a chance at losing it. It will cost 500 platinum to extract a charm into a skill stone, but be warned, once you extract into a skill stone, it destroys the charm. Be very cautious extracting the right charms to create skill stones. Imbue. At this part, you should have your 2 main charms and a few skill stones for the build. Imbuing replaces one of the augmented skills on the charm with a skill chosen randomly from the skill on the skill stone. I normally have Charlie here as my lucky charm, but here's a tip I believe helps out this system in place. In the Imbue tab, select your charm, then choose the skill slot to replace. Click on the skill stone tab, select all at the bottom of the menu. This brings up a filter list. Then filter the skill from the skill stone. Select the skill stone and imbue. This is not at all a guaranteed way, but I believe it helps the RNG a tiny bit. It is all RNG. It may take some time and a bit of luck. That is why charms are considered an end game. Once your skill charms are complete and you have all your skills for your build, it's time to upgrade those 2-4% to higher ranks. By using duplicates of the same skills from the skill stones and imbuing it into the charms, it will re-roll the skill bonus percentage. 2% bonuses are a 74.8%. 4% bonuses are 19.5%. 6% bonuses are 4%. 8% bonuses are 1%. And 10% bonuses are 0.7%. Again, this is all RNG. Charm spares cannot be upgraded, only re-rolled. Alright, your charms are ready. Time to save them to your armory. Here's a little tip for having different charms on different builds and saving bag space. Place one in your storage instead of keeping it in your bag. So every time you load a pre-saved build, it will transfer from your storage to your equipment. So you can keep your bag pretty clean and not worry about losing your charms. It also works for armor too. So to min-max your builds using charms, by choosing the main DPS skills from different builds, getting the charms from the skills for your build, salvaging useless charms for dust, upgrading the charms to level 5, extracting them into skill stones, imbuing skill stones into 2 separate charms, then upgrading the skills on those charms with duplicates, and saving the charms to a PvP or PvE build. You'll notice a nice DPS increase, bigger damage, and great success. Over time, you can increase your skill bonuses to 8% or 10% one day. Best of luck. Well, that's all for today's video. Hope you find this a little helpful and hope your skill rolls go better than mine. Any last words for the nice gamers, Charlie? Okay. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or message me in game. See you next time.